amazing comics come to the stage tonight. You have a special guest tonight. Get really pumped. He's from Austin, or I don't know if he's from Austin. He's from around Austin. Super funny guy. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jesse Hensley.
Thank you. I live in Austin now, but originally I grew up in Northeast Texas. So that's why, if you're wondering why I'm about to talk like I sound like I'm racist, I don't know. It just happens. I am aware of it, though. Like, I am very self-aware. I have a lot of stuff that I don't even try to talk about, you know? Like, I won't even talk about anything, like, important at all. I don't. It's not my battle, you know? We had our time, I feel like. I went, like, growing up in East Texas, I thought I had a normal childhood. Like, it seemed normal at the time. Like, we had schools and stuff we went to, and, like, I swear to God, every time I say that, people get, like, surprised that y'all have schools out there now? But no, we had schools. But I will say this, like, it was, like, our schools were normal on the outside, but on the inside, like, the learning was a little different. Like, I remember being in second grade, and we went through, like, all second grade without doing one piece of assignment. Like, we were just coloring, you know, pictures and stuff all the time. And I was like, well, this is gonna be like life. I'm gonna kill life. I'm gonna be so good at it. And then I remember like the last week of school, we go in on like a Monday, and our teacher like gets us all. We were about ready to color, you know, we're getting our pencils out. And she's like, hey gang, we actually have an assignment today. It's a really big assignment, very big. It's called the Great East Texas Turtle Race. And it's worth 60% of your grade for the year, all right? So if you want to go to third grade, listen up. Your assignment is, after school today, I want all of you to go home to your creeks. She just straight up assumed we all own creeks. That's white trash racism. People do that to me so much in life. But anyways, like, school ended, we all went home to our creeks. She was right about that. Like, it's a state law in East Texas that you have to own one, I think. But my problem was I didn't have a very nice creek growing up. Like, not compared to my friends. They all had badass creeks. And I had this little bitty, like, because I was raised poor, you know what I mean? And my mom hates this part of the joke because she will always tell me, you were not raised poor. And I'm like, all right, Mom, well, I was poor and I was also raised at the exact same time. So whatever we're going to call that, that's what I was. But yeah, I was raised real poor, so like I didn't have a nice creek. So like I had to go down there to this like kind of crappy, like it was legit. All right, it was probably like actually a septic line that had busted on our property, if I'm being honest. But I found a turtle in it, so what is a creek? Is the moral of that. I remember being really excited. I took it up to the shop to my dad, and he was like, oh man, you know what would make that turtle fast? I was like, what? And he's like, spray painting it like a NASCAR. Yeah. He was a grown-ass man at the time, too. He thought that was a good idea. And I was a kid, so I thought my dad was a sane human being. And I went along with it. Also, he also came up with another good idea to name him Speedy to help. I was actually on board with that. I liked the name Speedy. But I remember taking him to school that Friday, like the big day to see who's getting to go to third grade. And like I showed up and I'm really feeling good. Like I'm looking around at the other 13 turtles in this race and I'm just like, man, none of these guys look like NASCARs right now. I think we're good. Like I feel good about this. And then I see my friend Irvin has totally misunderstood the assignment / found a loophole because he went out and got a snapping turtle. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys know about snapping turtles compared to sewer turtles in a race scenario. All right, third grade should have been out of grade. Like, they should have just let us all go. But no, our teacher loved sports, so she was like, hey, just make do. So I get Speedy out of his box, right? He's glistening in the sun with all his colors. And I go to, like, he's asleep in his shell, and I want to wake him up. But, like, I'm just now getting into the world of turtle racing. I'm not going to tell him how to do what he's been doing his whole life. And I go to put him down, and I'm like, oh, please wake up, let a miracle happen. Because I really, like, I want to go to third grade. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like trying, but, like, I don't want to. 2 second grades? Oh. So I put him down, and they're like, on your mark, get set. A shotgun goes off, because we don't say go in East Texas. We just shoot shit. And I step back, and like almost immediately, as soon as I step back, I'm like, oh, you know what? Turtles are probably allergic to spray paint. And he's probably not asleep. He's probably deader than shit. And has been for 3 days. So I'm like trying not to lose my mind because I was planning on like graduating from 2nd grade that day. Turns out not only am I not graduating, I'm a turtle murderer now at the age of 7. Something I didn't ever plan on. So I'm about to cry, but I look over and the race is still going on, right? Because in East Texas, we don't just cancel sporting events because stuff gets murdered in front of people. That would be dumb. So the sporting event's and the snapper's winning. Of course he's winning. It's a rigged contest. But there's this other little turtle that's keeping up. And I'm like about to lose my shit, but then I'm also like, I love sports. So I'm watching it happen, and this other little turtle catches up. And like, I guess the big turtle must have like felt me watching him about to lose, because he immediately like looks over, he's like, what's going on? And he sees the other turtle, and he immediately just bites his head off in front of God and Jesus and everybody at the greatest Texas turtle race that day. So much death for a 7-year-old to deal with in a 15-second span. But I like to be positive. Like, that's the main thing. Like, coming out of East Texas, you learn how to be positive. You know what I mean? And the silver lining that I took from that day was, one, first off, like, the school decided that all of us got to go to 3rd grade after that. They're like, y'all have seen some shit. But, like, not only did we go to 3rd grade, we walked into 3rd grade battle-hardened. You know what I mean? Like, there was nothing 3rd grade could throw at us that would make us cry. Like, we're like, really? Subtraction? I've seen death face to face.